Top 10 Most Disturbing Deaths by Bodybuilders. The art of bodybuilding has been around for centuries, but the modern version started to arise in the 19th century due to the efforts of Eugen Sandow. With this modern bodybuilding, we have been introduced to the most famous one, Arnold Schwarzenegger, who also became an actor and later on, the governor of California. Bodybuilding requires extensive workout, steroids, and drugs to get to the perfect six-pack abs. But the results from all those drugs can cause the body to malfunction and ultimately death. Here we describe you the top 10 most disturbing deaths that have happened to bodybuilders. Number 10. Andrej Gatos. Andrej was a teenager who strived to be just like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He worked out twice a day and took 4 different types of steroids that ended up taking his life. While he was shopping in a supermarket, his heart began to inflate and basically erupt, which caused a sudden death. The autopsy revealed that the mixture of steroids and drugs he was using was the reason behind his death. Number 9. Dean Wharmby. Dean was a bodybuilder who was diagnosed with liver cancer. Although he had tried to fight his illness by taking natural medicines and following a strict diet, he ended up dying in a hospice with his partner by his side. Before he was diagnosed with cancer, he would eat at least 10,000 calories of junk food a day and drink 7 to 8 cans of energy drinks. Before his death, he had also confessed to having taken steroids earlier in his life to achieve the perfect bodybuilding physique. Number 8. Chad Brothers. While working out at a Gold's Gym, Chad Brothers falls off an elliptical machine and goes into an instant rage. He began to throw weights and smashing the whole gym. He even turned the speed up on someone else's treadmill to maximum while they were still running on it. When the police arrived, they tased the 32-year-old man multiple times until they could get him restrained. Chad eventually passed out and died. His autopsy report states that his rage and eventual death was from high levels of PCP and HGH in his bloodstream. Number 7. Oli Cooney. The fitness-obsessed bodybuilder, Oli Cooney, had been working out on his body since he was 16. After becoming an adult, his doctors advised him to set a limit to how much he exercised. Instead, Oli ignored his doctors and not only continued the same routine, but he even started to take anabolic steroids to help change his body image. Despite having had 3 strokes and 2 heart attacks, Oli continued to excessively work out, and one night on his way home from a party, he passed out in the back seat of a taxi and died. Number 6. Greg Plitt. Greg Plitt is a national-level bodybuilder, actor, and American fitness model who is known for his exemplary physique. During his short lifetime, he was featured on many websites and magazines, and was even on a television show called Workout. He had become so successful that he had earned many different sponsorships for different brand endorsements. One day, he was showing the effects of an energy drink by proving he could outrun a train, but failed, and was killed instantly when the train hit him. Number 5. Zyzz. Aziz Shevershian, or Zyzz as he was known by his internet handle, was a Russia-born Australian bodybuilder. He used to upload his bodybuilding videos on YouTube and achieved the perfect body in just a span of 4 years. He had always dreamt of becoming a bodybuilder and started his training early on in his life. He was just 22 when he died of a heart attack in a sauna, and although it is not confirmed, it was speculated that steroids could have been a cause of his death. Number 4. Anthony Arezzo. Mr. Rhode Island in 1988, Anthony Arezzo could bench 535 pounds with ease. But in 2002, he began to suffer from congenital heart disease. Although his doctors advised him to cut down on his training and stop his steroid use, he refused to listen. Years later, in 2006, a day before a big competition in Pittsburgh, Arezzo died from a heart attack while practicing. Number 3. Shawn Cleathero. In 2012, Shawn Cleathero bought a drug called dinitrophenol, DNP, from 2 Men at his gym who claimed that it worked great as a fat building. DNP is a weed-killing pesticide that is incredibly toxic. Upon taking the drug, Shawn's temperature instantly rose to 107.6 degrees Fahrenheit and was rushed to the hospital where he later died of a heart attack. Number 2. Jim Henderson. After a lifetime of bodybuilding, 54-year-old Jim Henderson had decided to retire from his trade after the 2015 World Championship in Malta, so he could spend more time with his wife and kids. Unfortunately, after competing in the championship, He had a heart attack and died. Number 1. Andreas Munzer. Andreas Munzer lifted his way to the top on our list of the most disturbing ways bodybuilders have died. He had set the record for the lowest body fat percentage in the history of bodybuilding. He trained all year round and constantly abused steroids and muscle-building drugs while eating a low-carb diet. Eventually, after poisoning himself with this mixture, he was admitted in the hospital for severe stomach pain and died while on the operating table. His autopsy showed shocking results, that he had numerous tumors on his liver and his heart enlarged to double the size. As usual, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this clip, be sure to like it and leave a comment. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button to see more awesome Top 10 clips. We come out with Top 10 videos just for you every week. You can also now follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and other social media platforms. Check out the links in the description.